Well, this rant time is very specific. This is a topic that is not new, but it's shifted spectrums, shall we say. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the new thing to do is skinny shame people when it used to be, fat shaming more. Saying, like in pop songs and media, you had, social standards say you need to live up to a certain expectation of your gender. So women are skinny and Barbie and, big boobs, and but a tiny ass waist, which just doesn't happen. And you're not long legs. I mean, I have the shortest legs. I'm 5'1". I'm all sternum. Short ass legs. No. But it was better to be thin than to be fat. And people would be shamed for it. Now, with songs like Megan Trainor or whatever her name is, all about that bass, that song is so fucking annoying. Before I even knew what it was called or who it was by, I could not stand it. I hated it. Just based on the lyrics because it was skinny shaming. And at this point in my life, I am skinny now. Back when it was fat shaming, I was fat. So it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. You'll always be shamed for something in the media. But I don't let it get to me or give me any false perceptions. It's just probably a stress thing. I don't know. Metabolism. I'm becoming a young adult. I don't know. Shit happens. Your cells change every 7 years. So probably just anamorphin right now. And I just don't like how it's become a huge thing to criticize skinny people. It's not that everybody is just skinny now. People feel like they had to be skinny because of all the fat shaming that was done throughout history, or herstory, as RuPaul would say, and in the media, and what's instilled in your mind in society. It's just you're supposed to look like this. You're supposed to be the perfect person. You have to have the perfect anatomy. Be skinny, tall, good teeth, good hair, like, just the standard. Just you have to be just beautiful, or else you're trash. So if you're fat, skinny, anywhere in between, you're just fuck you. You need to look like this. Why do you think like everybody got on Clarissa Flockhart so hard in the 90s because she was so skinny and shit like that? People probably don't even know who I'm talking about. She was with Harrison Ford for a time, actually. And she was on Ally McBeal. And she was very skinny. And people shamed her for that in the 90s. But it wasn't as thought of. Like, Britney was skinny. Christina Aguilera was skinny. All the girl bands that I was influenced, like, as a child, they were all skinny girls. And when I was a kid growing up, I was really fat. I was a fat kid. From 3rd grade until about sophomore year of high school, I was very fat. I was a size 16 in women's, and that's not healthy for a child my age. Then when I got to high school, I kind of started, being more independent, walking, going places, taking day trips with my friends, like on the bus and public transit, being more active. So you lose weight. And then I got put on ADD medication, which kind of makes you not hungry. But I do eat, like I wouldn't eat during the day at school, but I'd eat dinner and breakfast, but I just wouldn't have lunch because I wouldn't be hungry because of my medication. But then I started thinning out a bit, but it still fluctuates. But now, in the past, like, few months recently, while this skinny shaming's been going on, I've been getting really skinny. Like, I'm pretty much a bag of bones here. I was, I think, 95 pounds a couple weeks ago. It keeps fluctuating. I'm trying to keep it on key, but I mean, when people are stressed, people can understand if you gain 20 pounds, but if you lose 20 pounds, people just don't understand that. I didn't even understand it either, because I felt like I still had the weight on, like it was phantom weight, like I still felt like I had it, but it wasn't there. And I'm aware that I'm very bony right now, and I'm very pale. I've always been pale, so I embrace my paste. So I'm pretty much a skeleton ghost, and I don't really care. I mean, as long as I'm, healthy about it and eating, who cares? Who cares? There are just some people that can't help being fucking skinny. So, you don't have to shame thigh gaps. Who gives a shit? I'm sick of hearing about thigh gaps. I get it. It's a big thing. It's not, who gives a shit? They're thighs. When you sit down, they squish out to half their size anyway. Who gives a shit? Really, who gives a shit? People come in all shapes and sizes. I don't think it's right to shame one side so hard for the longest time and then just now all of a sudden it's the other way. You just can't keep going from side to side, side to side, side to side. Everybody is different, and that's just what this bitch is just singing about, that she's like, oh yeah, like I'm cool with being bigger because guys like that better. Who cares what guys like? We're not here anymore in this modern world just to bear children into clean toilets and stay home forever. We have opportunities. We can become very important people in the world. We can do anything. We have civil rights as well. Yes, statistically we might get paid less than men, and that's still wrong. But we can do other things. We don't have to just fit a mold. So why do we have to fit a mold of what we have to look like? No one's gonna say, that astronaut lady is way too skinny. Fuck her. She's going to Mars. That's fucking amazing. Who cares what she looks like? What? Are you going to Mars? I didn't think so. Shut your fucking mouth. You're from fucking Martha's Vineyard. What do you know? Clams. I've been there once, but, she's just about that shit. And then you got Nicki Minaj's Anaconda about having a big ass because guys only like women with big asses. Not all men are the same either. People are attracted to each other because they're attracted to each other. Love is blind. You like somebody for who they are. And if they are visually appealing to you, that's a bonus as well. But not everybody's gonna meet your perfect checklist like how you would design your own house. You can't have a dream person like you could have your dream home so easily. You can't. You just can't. Nobody's perfect, and nobody ever will be. So we can't keep going on having these songs like, you can't be this, you can't be fat, you can't be skinny, you can't be black, you can't be white, you can't be 5 foot, you can't be 7'8", you can't wear this, you can't wear that, you can't wear this, you can't do this. No. Just enough. Worry about yourself and what you got going on instead of worrying about what other people are doing and what other people that don't look like you are doing. Some people can't fucking help it. Some people are fat because they can't help it. It doesn't mean that they are lazy. It doesn't mean that they have no drive. It doesn't mean they just sit and eat all day. Some of them probably work out very hard. Some people I couldn't lose the weight for a very long time. It's difficult. Doesn't mean anything. And then skinny people, some people are just naturally thin. Some people aren't. Some people make themselves that way. But some people just happen to transition into that at some point. But who the fuck are you to say that it's wrong? Because no one's telling you what you're doing's wrong right now. You're just being a bitch to everybody else. So you can take that base and shove it up your ass. Both of them. You big fat asses that apparently everybody likes better than skinny asses. Hey, I mean, I'd rather have a big ass than a bony butt. I'm hurting my foot right now sitting on it. So, I don't know. They can get stuffed. That's what I have to say about that. It's just, let's worry about bigger issues and not what we look like. I mean, you want to look like a certain way, so, I mean, I do my hair this way, I do my makeup this way, I wear these clothes, I have stuff set up a certain way because that's how I want it. Not because I was told to do this, not because I was influenced, not because I'm going by a guide or being told or any of that, because it fits me. So what fits you doesn't fit everybody else. Just worry about your fucking self and don't tell us that we're wrong for being ourselves. Because we're not telling you you're wrong for being yourself. So you can shut up, bitch. I'm glad I don't listen to that. I don't listen to the radio anymore. Because I really got sick of that song. Because of that. It's just, people don't understand, you know, that whole dynamic. So I thought I would just break that down a bit. That's it. I'm done. Because I'm very tired. I haven't slept in a few days. A couple hours here and there. So I'm just gonna go. But fuck you, Megan Trainor, you stupid whore. Bye.